See, I dropped my first project, Humble and Hungry, in 2016, and I followed it up with Artistically Inclined 2018, and then I did a mixtape called The Lit Misfit in 2019, and I got a compilation out right now called Matter of Timing with my latest work on it.
Right, right. That matter of time. What what singles you would because I know that Living Legend is off there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm rocking with that, man. I can see a big feature on that Living Legend too. But what
Who you know?
do you got a visual to that?
Yeah, it's out on YouTube right now.
Okay, okay, okay. I gotta check that out. Okay, what so you pitching that Living Legend? What other I know it's a couple more singles that was on there that I saw that, you know what I mean? I did see videos too, but just tell the people which singles you pushing off that project.
We got Don't Pretend. It's also got a visual out, shot by ZW Imaging. We got Pain Runs Deep, featuring Montana 300's artist Don D. We got a,
Okay.
single Make Believe, produced
Right.
by Drell. Right,
Okay.
that's also
Okay.
got too.
Right, right. Yeah, so you got at least, I mean, it sounds like you got about five strong singles that you can push. I mean, is that now it having so much good music on one compilation or one project, is that hard for you to put energy into just one song? Because what if because you know how it is, like sometimes hell you have to push songs for like 2 and 3 years, just one or two
Yeah, yeah,
songs. So, and I know how you work just because, from the first time that we met up until now, man, I can hear you, I can hear the progress and everything. So,
right.
is it hard for you to push that many quality songs off of one album, or you have like a plan for that? How you go about that?
It's hard to like push them all at once. So what I do is I'll drop one, promote it for. I'll drop like a snippet of the video and like tease it for a couple weeks, and then drop the full thing and like push it.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and then just ride that one out and then catch that next one and just yeah, okay, okay, I feel you because
yeah. Like
I like it too. I like it too. No, go ahead, go ahead.
whichever video like does the best, like with organic views and shit, like on its
Right.
own, I'll push it with ads and stuff.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah, I
some
like
money.
that too.
Put, uh, the same amount of money I put into shooting a video, I try to at least put the same into promoting it.
Right, right. Yeah, that marketing promotion is definitely, that's just important. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Especially for you to understand that, especially as an independent artist, that's it's just needed. You know what I mean? Just more so than anything. Um, but yeah, yeah, I like that. There's one single that I wanted to ask you about in particular, that Cool with That.
Oh,
T
okay.
tell me about that. Tell me a little bit about that record.
Cool with that, man. It came about like my hometown is like the last place to support, and people be hating and shit. So I'm like, you ain't gotta like me, shit. I'm cool with that.
Right, right.
So that was the whole concept behind the song. And then
Okay.
I left that second verse open for somebody, and I've been rocking with Pretty Cocaine for a minute. So I just hit
Okay.
her up, blessed me with that feature.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, man. So yeah, that's definitely make sure y'all check that out, man. Make sure y'all check that out. But yeah, man. So let's get into the merch. You know what I mean? What
Yeah,
I
merch
saw
store.
it's dope. It's dope. I checked it
I
out, man. I'm gonna definitely have to grab me something, man.
appreciate
I'm gonna fuck with the Lit Misfit. You know what we
it.
doing, man. You know what we doing. But yeah, tell them a little bit about that, or even if you can tell them how to get to you. But how did you come up with it? And what's is anything like any kind of stories or anything behind like the brand that kind of made you come up with everything or the concept? Just explain to them a little bit about that.
Okay, so my brand, Be Yourself Empire, it came about around 2016, around the first project.
Okay.
Like a partnership deal with these people, and it just went sideways. They didn't want me to be myself and shit like that, so I started my own brand. And what better way than to name it Be Yourself Empire? You know what I'm saying? Kind
Right.
of inspired by Paper Route Empire, Dolph, because
Yeah,
he's from
yeah.
Tennessee as well.
All right, long live dog.
And me and Tampa had spoke about opening my store, my website, and shit like that. So she kind of gave me the idea for the website. And I named it shopjmason.com because that's what people are going to be doing when they go visit the site.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got t-shirts, joggers, slides,
Right.
hoodies. I'm gonna add some more stuff soon.
Right. Yeah, man. Definitely stay on there, man. I like the colors, I like the concepts, everything too. Um, especially when you're doing these shows, you know what I mean? Man, it's yeah, that's gonna be right on time for whatever open up you got or feature you got coming, man. Keep that merch with you, man, for real. Cause
That,
I like it, I like it. But yeah, since we touched, go ahead.
having like an online store, it keeps me from like having to have so many shirts and merch on hand. Like I ain't
Right,
got to print up and all
right,
that,
right. Yeah, that's true. You know, especially if they ain't right next to you, they can just press a couple buttons and
and then
make a
they got
purchase, and you in there. You know what I
exactly
mean? Yeah. So tell them again where they can find their merch at though.
shopjmason.com.
Shopjmason.com. Make sure you go get that, man. Make sure you get that merch. Yeah, man. So I know we touched on the features, man. I know it's a lot over your time. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
lot of, dope ones too. You know, some of my favorite artists.
right.
So I know we probably can't go into all of them, but a few things I want to ask you about them is what's your most memorable one? You know what I mean? That's probably the first question I want you to ask me because I know it was a little white, Chingy.
Okay, you mean like
So yeah, so what
most
I mean, what
that I was
you
up for?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, Soldier Boy. This most
Yeah,
recent. Yeah, because I
really.
looked up to him a lot growing up, man. I used to write my name on my shades, crank
Right.
that at the school dances.
Yeah, yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
So
Most
when I met him
definitely.
in person and like got to see him work, that shit was dope.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So how what was oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to Jay Mason. You know that. You know he locked in, man. He locked in. He's solid.
And shout out to Mama Tucker, man.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Mama Tucker. You know, I like to interact with the comments. Some people don't like to, but that's part of it though. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah, shout out to her. You know what we doing, man. But yeah, yeah. So that's dope. You said, because it was just a wide range of people too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, sure.
yeah, man. Yeah. So what was something that since you said that was your most memorable? What's something that you kind of took from those, like seeing those artists, on a professional scale, um, making money, performing at their craft, he's getting booked at these certain spots, and you in the middle of it, you know what I mean? In
Yeah.
whatever kind of way, what did you kind of soak up from, those experiences that could help you, in your career, and what you got going on?
Well, that was my first arena show, so it showed me how to like work a bigger crowd and a
Right.
longer. Because I had a 35-minute set, I performed like 15 songs that night.
Oh man, 35 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay,
that,
okay.
hey,
Hey, that's solid. No, that's
like I had
real.
all one
That's a
show
lot
me
of eyes.
play and let it ride.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
What so I'm curious now. What songs did you pick for the set?
I came out to By Any Means Necessary.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
uh, and all I'm trying to do,
Okay.
Don't Pretend. Followed that up with Don't Pretend.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think I went into Who Shot Your remix. Biggie
Okay.
Smalls I got.
Okay. I haven't heard, I don't think I've heard that. Oh, you might have to shoot that to me, man.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like the little not to interrupt, but since we on the subject, I like the little Boston Richie freestyle that you had did. I checked that out, man.
Appreciate that, man.
So yeah, yeah. Keep
I
going on
got
that shit. Keep sprinkling that shit in there, bro. Yeah.
I got Shamu the Panda from Drum Dummy.
Okay.
He's remaking that beat so I can like put it on all platforms and shit when I go record it.
Yeah, yeah, there you
That way
go.
I can do more than just like put it on YouTube and not profit off of it.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, just show them that and then hit them with that official, man, and get them
Exactly.
in there. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yo, the whole nine.
Yeah. So yeah, I was looking. I know Tampa. She did a write up on you, man. What city are you from? I didn't know what it was.
Tazewell, Tennessee.
Tazewell. Yeah. Where is that close to? Because I'm from the South too, bro. So we do a lot of road trips and shit like this. So some of
Yeah,
these little cities in Tennessee. But I was like, man, I thought I saw it, but I didn't know for sure. What
right.
what what is it outside of?
I'm like an hour north of Knoxville.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. That's cool, man. Because I
or
see you.
Atlanta.
But yeah, yeah, not far at
Yeah,
all. Yeah, I
nah,
already know. Yeah, Knoxville right up the street.
yeah,
Shit, yeah, really all that. Carolinas too. You
exactly.
know, that you really in a real
Nah,
good spot, especially what's going on with rap with Tennessee right now, or the last few years. I mean,
yeah,
you in a good spot. definitely. But yeah, so I see that you got a lot of plugs in Kentucky, or you just is that little is it just that close to where a lot of your music kind of goes over there and back and forth? Because I see you do a lot of stuff out there too.
Yeah, I got a decent fan base out in Kentucky, and I know a couple
Okay, yeah.
out there that be putting me on shows and stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, it just you just be all around out there, or anywhere specific you be out there.
I done did shows in Lexington, Kentucky,
Right.
Corbin, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky.
Right. 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 Yeah, that's dope, bro. I like that.
Yeah,
I like
Pikeville
that, man.
was New Year's Eve was Pikeville, Kentucky at the Appalachian Wireless Arena.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that, man. I like that because that's um once you're in Kentucky, then you're feeding up into that Midwest too at the same time. You know what I mean?
like up
So
to Ohio.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That real deep so and it's all kinds of different kind of genres that mix, with that type of thing. So yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. So yeah, man. You catch them in Tennessee, Kentucky, shit, you know what the fuck going on.
Georgia.
Atlanta, shit, as long as the ticket is right.
Hey,
Most definitely, man.
and it's
Most
like
definitely.
a lot of shows, man. You know how you gotta buy on for the
Hmm.
slot,
Yeah,
sell tickets to make your money back.
right, right.
Well, this arena show, man, they ain't. It was that wasn't the situation this time. They cut me a $500 check, gave me 200 worth of tickets to sell to make my money, and then I
There
had
you
my first
go.
hand, so
There you go, man. That's
crowd was right
business.
when I got off stage.
That's business. But it took you from learning what go on and taking those first couple steps for however long it took to get to that point. And hell, whether you expected it or not, shit, you was on the ticket. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and it's
So
been plenty
yeah,
of times like I bought onto a show and didn't sell enough tickets to make my money back, but I still turned that bitch out and sold some merch.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's a win-win really. Because I feel like it's a play. It's all about what you make it. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? You can buy the best beat. It's about what you make it, man.
Yeah,
Especially if you're independent, because shit, we rolling the dice, you know what I mean?
yeah,
On everything. So that's why, on top of that, you got to put we putting our all into, what we doing. So
right.
all that shit just comes full circle when something happens to you like that, man. So that's
Exactly.
blessings, bro. So that just even give you more fuel to keep going. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Even more, man. Yeah, so that's dope. Um, so yeah, man, we covered a lot, but a few more questions that one thing I like to ask people if say if somebody picked up like a time capsule, from Jay Mason, probably 10, 15 years down the road, you know what I'm saying? What would you want them to like take from your music, you know what I'm saying? And what would you put in there, for people to either remember you by or stuff to just, signify kind of what you stand for and what you got going, but most of all, what would what you putting down as far as music, what you want them to take for that or what you want people to take from your music.
Man, I just really want to make timeless music that lasts forever, that people can relate to, when they're going through a struggle or something, or just vibe out to at the end of a long day when they get off work.
Right, right. Yeah, bro. That's, shit, that's it, right? Just
That's
like
it.
we can cut on that Biggie right now. And,
Exactly.
everybody know the words. So, just like what you said, the shows that you have rocked out and these people, rocking with you. And, some people know the words don't, but they know the song or what from whatever, whatnot. So, yeah, yeah. All that, like I say, once you put the work in, all that shit comes full circle, just like what it's showing you, man. So,
No doubt.
yeah, yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. So before we get out of here, you wanna anybody you wanna, shout out to or say what's up to or, anything like
Man,
that?
of course, man. Shout out to you for having me.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
you know that.
Shout out to the Coalition DJs, Tampa Mystic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Shout out my dog Jeremy Laws, NTF Ice. We got a few singles out right now. Cut Ties, Keep Up, Mile in My Shoes. And we got another one on the way, man.
Okay.
Just dropped the new single, Come Over Here, January 1st. That one's for the ladies. We're going to shoot a video for that, so be on the lookout for that, man. And just shout out to anybody supporting me.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah, come over here. Make sure you go get that. Make sure you go get that. That's
Most
what we're doing. Yeah, man. Just tell them make sure you tell them your social media and also any any producers, people that want to shoot you some beats, make sure you drop your email, so they can get to you too.
All right, cool. Yeah, my email is beyourselfempire@gmail.com. And all social media is at J Mason the Rapper. The website is shopjmason.com. And my EPK website is teamjmason.com.
Most definitely, bro. And I'm gonna get with you about that latest single that you said, and we gonna push that song. We got like a little playlist thing that we do, so I'm gonna feature that song for you, bro. So we gonna, what I'm
Bet.
saying, get you some placements on the Spotify and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, to move that like that. But
Appreciate
we definitely locked in, bro. So that's all I got for you, man. I appreciate you locking in with me, man. We got Jay Mason, Tennessee's on in here, man. I'm DJ T Money, Coalition DJs, the Hype 87.3. We out, baby.
it. Yes, sir. Much love.